Hello everybody, welcome to another Vintage Cube video where we have a Mana Crypt. Excellent start, just a powerful card, lets us get out of the gate really quickly. The drawback is real, especially if you're playing a slower deck, so you need to play this in something proactive, but Mana Crypt is excellent. In terms of good stuff for passing, I like Retrofitter Foundry, Force of Will, Yawgmoth's Will. We could try to wheel Otari, but yeah, we'll definitely take the Mana Crypt and be pretty happy about it. So again, we want to be playing this in a proactive deck that has, like, permanents that we can accelerate into. Okay, interesting pack here. Jace the Mind Sculptor is great, but it doesn't really work well with Mana Crypt. It sets you up for a little bit more of a slow game. Natural Order is great, Reprieve is great, but I'm kind of looking at this Chandra here. Chandra's super good with Mana Crypt. Just turn 2 Chandra will win a lot of games. Also, you do generally want to be playing, like, red is a good color combination, or a good color for Mana Crypt. And then it's also like the only mono red card in the pack, so that's pretty good from a signaling perspective. Yeah, I think I'll take the Chandra here. Okay, Goblin Rabblemaster, perfect follow-up. Turn 1 Rabblemaster into turn 2 Chandra is the dream. Sneak attack is good too. There's like 3 different blue, red, red, blue, red, black, and red, green are all options here. But yeah, let's just take the Rabblemaster. I don't want to like price myself into necessarily playing mono red, but this is definitely a good start. And now we see a few interesting options. There's Hellrider and Goblin Crater Maker, which are both good red cards. There's also City of Traders, and I think I kind of like that. We could try to wheel one of these 2 cards and take the City of Traders and just be more in on this like accelerating into 3 and 4 drops plan. Yeah, that seems pretty good actually. Interesting start. Alright, I'll take an Arid Mesa here. Pretty solid pickup. I'm not too interested in Duretti. Definitely a good card. Okay, we could take Rogran Triome here. Or Oliphant. I think Oliphant's a little bit better. Yeah, I'll take this. Good card. Also just very hard castable in a Mana Crypt deck. Okay, what do we want here? I don't know if we'll be able to play mono red. I mean, we could take Seething Song and go like hardcore onto the big red thing. I don't think that's that good. Could also take Savai Triome and set it to be Mardu. I mean, Mardu looks open from this pack. Honestly, I think I like that plan. Because I think it's not likely that we'll be mono red based on what we've seen here. We could take Karizev or Sir Ginger. It's kind of interesting. Sir Ginger actually looks pretty nice. It's good with City of Traders and Mana Crypt. They both hit for 3. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to take this. Well, maybe we just do take this for signaling. Yeah, let's take the red card. Okay, Inferno Titan. I actually think we can play Inferno Titan in this deck. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good deck for this. We're, like, not as low to the ground as most red decks are. Okay, I'll take a Duretti. Pretty interesting. I mean, we have a fairly good Black Splash here. Yeah, we'll take this. And then there's Restless Vents. So I think we're moving into red-black. There's a couple white cards as well. Also Chromatic Star, which is good with Duretti. But I think we still want to take the Restless Vents if we're trying to be potentially red-black. Now we see Hellrider. Take that. Very interesting deck so far. Typically my red decks are a little bit lower to the ground. This is a little bit more like big red. But that can be a good archetype when you get the cards for it. It would be good to get a bit more acceleration. So, I mean, a little greedy, but if we could pick up a Soul Ring, that would be awesome. So there's Manifold Key and Duretti, and also this Preacher dude, which seems pretty bad, but so does Duretti. Honestly, I'll take the Preacher of the Schism. Could get there. Okay, I'll take Prismatic Ending and not play it. City of Traders does look pretty good here. Last pick, Sunfall. Okay. Could still potentially splash white. We do have a couple white we have 2 white sources right now before we even need to play plain. So if we see 4th Air Lingus, I'll definitely take it. But best thing we could get here would be more fast mana. We don't see fast mana. Well, okay, there's Talisman of Indulgence. But there's also like Demonic Tutor, Animate Dead. Glorybringer is good, but not really the pick here. I think I like taking Demonic Tutor. Talisman is good. But yeah, let's take the Demonic Tutor. Very, very powerful card. This is not like the typical style of deck for Demonic Tutor, but I think it looks solid. Now we have Pyrokinesis, but I'm taking Polluted Delta, which can find Savai Triome. If we wheel Enlightened Tutor, we could play that to find Mana Crypt. Okay, couple options here. We could take Goblin Engineer, could take Shieldred Edict, could take Trumpeting Carnosaur. I think I'm leaning towards the Carnosaur. Yeah, I'll take this card. Fits well into the theme of like just having actual good top end, but then also being a cheaper removal spell when we need it. Now I'll take a Bloodstained Mire. I don't mind Currency Converter, but Bloodstained Mire is important. Having a lot of fixing in this style of deck is really good. And we can probably wheel one of these red cards. Now we have Tribal Flames. Shrapnel Blast is tempting. I don't think it's ultimately going to be good enough. Like there's a build that we do where we're more artifact heavy, but that doesn't look like the direction we're going here. So I'm thinking about these black cards. Bitter Triumph, Virtue of Persistence, or Grave Titan. I don't think we need Grave Titan. We have a lot of expensive stuff. Let's take Bitter Triumph. Virtue of Persistence is solid, but having just like a really premium removal spell I think will be good. Ooh, interesting pick here. I would love Haunted Ridge, but Seasoned Pyromancer is too good to pass. This card is just phenomenal. We would maybe play Showdown of the Skulls as well, but yeah, let's take the Pyromancer. Very, very good pickup. And now we see Robber of the Rich versus Faithless Looting. Close pick. I love Faithless Looting. This isn't really the best deck for it, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Robber. Close pick. But Robber of the Rich is great. Do want to lower my curve a bit. We have no 1-mana cards, so in the games where we draw Mana Crypt will be amazing, but it would be great to pick up a couple more 1-drops. It would also be great to pick up a black-red land that doesn't enter the battlefield tapped. Okay, do we want to play Dark Ritual or Rampaging Raptor? We could be a Ritual deck, but I think I'm still taking the Raptor. A good card. This is really going to be better when we draw Mana Crypt. Okay, I'll take Glorybringer. I think we don't have enough 4 or 5 mana cards. Okay, I like Pyrokinesis, but I'm really considering this Everflowing Chalice. Interesting. I think I'll still take the Pyrokinesis. It's a really good interactive card. Okay, Damnation for the board, not bad. Fire Blast, another... I don't know if I'll play it in the main deck, but not a bad card to have access to. Okay, all the stuff wheeled. I don't think it's Shrapnel Blast still. I don't think it's Grave Titan. I'll take the Virtue of Persistence. Beseech the Mirror, probably not playable, but would be good maybe if we got to like Dark Ritual, but yeah, let's just, yeah, we'll take this. And now, going into pack 3, what do we want? We want to lower the curve, so like Ragavan would be amazing, Lightning Bolt would be amazing, the Blood Crypt, and then just fast mana. I mean, Black Lotus would be the best by a lot. Wow. Well, there's Ancestral Recall. There's also Blackcleave Cliffs, Burst Lightning, but I kind of want to try to make this Ancestral Recall work. It's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna take this speculatively. We have Bloodstained Mire. We have a lot of fetch lands actually. We did pass a Volcanic Island earlier, but I'll take this and then see if we can find a blue fetchable land. Whoa, there's a Mana Vault. That's perfect. Yeah, Mana Vault's excellent with all these good pieces of top end. All right, 2 of the better cards we could really expect to get to start this pack here. Love to see it. Okay, there's a Watery Grave. We can fetch that with not Arid Mesa, but the rest of our land, so this makes Ancestral Recall pretty castable. Valky and Beaumont Courier are good too, maybe Soulscar Mage, but yeah, definitely taking Watery Grave, that's amazing. So we're playing Grixis now. Okay, nothing here looks too good. Could take Talisman of Conviction. I wish this was double on color though. Could also take Dreams of Steel and Oil. I think I'll take this. Yeah, having a 1-mana interactive card is good. So let's cut some of the chaff here. I don't think we're playing this. Ooh, Dark Confidant. That seems pretty dicey, actually, with our high mana curve. I think I'll take the Iteration. Yeah, Iteration looks nice. So we're a little bit more mid-rangey here. I think I'm cutting Karizev, Hellrider. But all these cards are quite good. So I don't think we really need the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Golos doesn't do too much, although we're close to being able to spin it. Breach is interesting if we're just filling our graveyard well. There's also Baleful Mastery. I don't think we're quite there for the third path Iconoclast. I think I'm just going to take Baleful Mastery. Yeah, solid interactive spell. So now we're kind of like, we started looking like we would be a mono red deck, and now we're a little bit more of just a Grixis mid-range deck, but with some hard-hitting red mid-range cards. Dak Faden versus Snapcaster Mage is interesting. I love Dak, but Snapcaster Ancestral is so good, but also double blue is going to be pretty tough. Yeah, I don't know how realistic that is. So maybe we should just take the Dak then. Yeah, I think this is the right pick. If we had a second blue fetchable land, it would be different. With the way it's gone, City of Traders is looking worse than it used to, but I think it's still worth it. Unfortunately, Oliphant can't get us blue mana. I don't think we really need Urborg or Bitter Blossom, so let's take Pyrite Spellbomb. Yeah, this deck's looking pretty sweet. We are probably a 17 lander. We do wheel Blackleaf Cliffs. There's also Dig Through Time. I think we've got to take the Cliffs though. Yeah, let's do this. Our fixing's not bad, but it's definitely good to get a little bit more. I don't think we're an Embercleave deck. I think I'll take Zyator's Proving Ground. It's another black-red land. Also, if we wheel the Golos, we could maybe end up playing Golos. Here I'll take Beaumont Courier. We're not a Thespian Sage deck, but we could definitely be a Beaumont Courier deck. I like keeping the curve down. We're a little light on cheap spot removal to support that, but not the. We don't have none. We do have some. So we could just play the deck like this with 17 lands. I think we could maybe afford to play 16 lands too with like Mana Vault, Mana Crypt, and Oliphant. Are there any cards on the board that we want? Honestly, Preacher of the Schism is maybe decent here. I don't think the other cards look great. Do we want Rada's Firebrand? I think I'll take it. Honestly, yeah, this card's probably pretty good. And I'll take Witherbloom Command and not play it. Golos Wield, huh. Okay, I think I'm actually going to go for Golos then. Aether Spellbomb's okay. I think I'm probably not playing it though. So we do have a pretty high curve. Pyrokinesis could maybe go to the board. It's not good in every matchup. And maybe it is just the Preacher. Yeah, this seems okay. So heaviest red, then black, and then we have 3 blue cards. And then we have 1 green and 1 white land just for Golos, and also just because they help with the fixing. So if we did this, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 red. Seems fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black. And 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. Definitely light on the blue, but it's also a pretty small splash. I think this is fine. Yeah, we'll run it like this. Deck looks sweet. Like sort of black-red, 5-color black-red tempo. We have like some pretty hard-hitting things. Some games will just go like, turn 1 Mana Vault, turn 2 Glorybringer, and that'll just win the game on its own. Other games will be a little bit more of a fair deck, trying to like interact with removal spells and Ancestral to get ahead on cards. Yeah, deck looks sweet. See you in round 1. Alright, we're on the play for round 1 against Nick Bog. Yeah, we can keep this. It's not the best hand, but we have removal spell on turn 2. We have all of our main colors, and then we can just go turn 4 Glorybringer, turn 5 Inferno Titan, which is a pretty quick clock. If we had a Mana Crypt, we could go turn 2 Oh, no. We either way, we'd have to wait until turn 3 to start slamming our threats. Nick Bog, you're down to 5 cards. Hopefully you can keep that. Against the mold of 5, I would really prefer not to let them draw a card with this Baleful Mastery, but it's possible we'll have to. If they play like Ragavan. Alright, Watery Grave, go. Island Bauble, sure. I would love to draw a 2-drop. No such luck. That's not the worst, though. That is the extra mana source we needed to cast this Inferno Titan. Playing against Teamer, huh? Opponents, okay, they do decide to shock. And they play Mana Crypt. Wow, okay, we'll see what this is. Oko. So we have a few options here. One is to Baleful Mastery this now. One is to play City of Mastery, so we can Baleful Mastery without, play City of Traders, so they can't do an extra. So it's close. We can basically like stop them from drawing a card, but then it'll be harder to cast Inferno Titan. Don't think I want to let them draw the card though. So I think I'm just gonna untap and take out the Mastery here. Oh, that changes things. Okay, now I think I will let them draw a card. As much as I hate to do it, I think it is correct. Yeah, let's take this out. And then I'm just going to main phase this Ancestral, play around Counter Magic. Giving them a card here when they have Mana Crypt is not great, but I think it's worth it. I just don't want to have to sacrifice the City of Traders. Okay, so we're set up to potentially just jam Inferno Titan next turn. We have a lot of plays we can make. Inferno Titan and Glorybringer can deal with a lot of stuff they could play here. Looks like, okay, they have Tinker. That's scary. What do they Tinker for? Blightsteel Colossus. Is that just GG? We have Dak Faden that we could find. Huh. Well, this is bad. I think I do need to go for this iteration to dig. Can we survive a turn here? No, we're too constrained on colored mana. Well, wait, let's see. If we played City of Traders into Mana Vault, that'd be 3, 4, 5 mana. So we would still be 1 mana short of Oliphant, and we don't have double red. So I'll just go hand, bottom, exile. Yeah, and we lose, so we're just going to go for the information. Oh, whoops, that was not what I meant to do. It doesn't really matter, but now we just can't get the information. Yeah, okay, so that sucks. Blightsteel Colossus is completely game in. So we have Baleful Mastery as an answer. Now that we know they're on Blightsteel, we'll save that. Let's also bring in the Spell Bomb for sure. Man, Tinker is a tough one. So we have a couple answers to it. Let's cut Virtue of Persistence. Bitter Triumph doesn't do it, but I think we still play it. I like bringing the Karzev, trying to go a little lower to the ground. Probably not really a Golos matchup. I'll cut one of these lands. Maybe we still... Golos is fine. Let's keep the Golos. Duretti is pretty good. I like all the stuff that's fast. Maybe we cut Trumpet and Carnosaur. Yeah, I think I like this plan. Let's run it like this. Weird game. I definitely thought we were in a phenomenal position, but Tinker for Blightsteel is something that can win out of nowhere for sure. Oof. This hand has really good stuff, but the lands just don't work. Okay, this we can keep. I think I'm going to put back the City of Traders. Not the best hand for Mana Crypt yet, but it's okay. If we play the Spellbomb on turn 1, it does give away information. So I'm considering holding it, actually. Like, I would be thrilled if they went for a... Yeah, I'm actually going to hold the Spellbomb here. So let's just go Mountain Go. Hopefully they go Island, Mana Crypt, Tinker. Good draw. Do they have Dismember? Huh, we took their Tinker. Okay. Do we have any good artifacts to Tinker for? We have Golos. Yeah, I might just cast Golos next turn. Use this Mana Crypt, turn it into a Golos. Pretty happy to draw land. Start by just going to combat. Okay, this is fine. So I'm going to play Iteration. Really hoping to hit a land here. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'll go hand, bottom, exile. Grab just a mountain. Play Mana Crypt. Tinker. Grab Golos. And now we have two black-red lands. I guess it doesn't matter between these two what we get. Could have also gotten, I guess, the man land, but I think this is solid. This means that it really opens up our chances of being able to spin Golos if we just find one more land. The Bowmasters is good against our hand. Still think we're in a good spot, though. Good to know about the Bowmasters. Hopefully we can find a way to kill it soon. Huh. We do find the Savai Triome. Okay. So let's start by swinging. Alright. Actually, technically we still don't have it. We need to find another black source because we have blue, red, white, green, but then we don't have another black source, but I'm not too worried. We have tons of black sources in the deck. Okay, fine, taking one here. Not bad. So we'll go land. Chandra. Hopefully this resolves. Counterspell, okay. They're down to 12. They have 4 cards. The Bowmasters does shut down our hand pretty well. Seasoned Pyromancer used to be a staple in Modern, and then once they printed Bowmasters, it sort of fell out of favor. They replaced it with Fable. They've tapped out of black, so we can bounce their thing here. Oh, okay, that works too. Could have bounced our own Golos, but I think I'd rather just untap, let this happen. So they'll probably... Oh, they don't even counter that. Alright, feeling pretty good about our chances here then. We have a few choices. I think I honestly like... Well, what do we want a Demonic Tutor for? Like, weirdly, we could just get our discard spell. But it's honestly probably best to just jam Glorybringer. Yeah. We could have Demonic Tutor for land, but that just seems bad. So we'll pass. Good position for sure. Opponent's down to 3. I actually don't think we have a burn spell that kills them. We have Fire Blast on the board, but we're not playing that here. Alright, so we take down game 2. On the draw for game 3. Orcish Bowmasters is good to know about. That does make the Trumpet and Carnosaur a little bit more appealing. Also, Rada's Firebrand looks worse against the Bowmaster, so does Beaumont Courier. I think I like cutting both of those for this, and then the Preacher. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's run it like this. Bowmasters is just so good against 1 toughness creatures. Okay, this hand might be a trap. Like, mix of lands and spells, but it's pretty slow. Super soft Tinker. No acceleration. Yeah, I actually think this is a trap. I think we can do better. I will keep this and put back, once again, City of Traders. Don't mind drawing another red source there. I think I'm going to lead on this. If they pass with Bowmasters up, do we jam the Robber? Looks like they are going to play something. Porcelain Legionnaire, huh? Alright. That means we can't attack with our Robber of the Rich. I do think I'll still play it. If they have Tinker here, it's pretty bad. We have 3 outs in our deck. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's a good exchange for them. 1 mana for 2 mana, but I'm not too worried about this Porcelain Legionnaire beatdown plan. Don't love drawing yet another land, though. Let's play Swamp Duretti Plus. Here's the counterspell, alright. Do we just play Seasoned Pyromancer discarding 2 lands? That feels like the worst use of Seasoned Pyromancer always, because you get no board presence off of it. You just like don't get that much, but it probably is the move if we draw another brick. They have the 1 ring. Okay, well, yeah, I think they probably have us here. I guess their life total's a little low. We could maybe try to burn them out somehow, but they just had like a 1 mana answer to our 2-drop, a 2 mana answer to our 3-drop, beating down, drawing cards, and we don't really have like any source of advantage here. Brutal. Just land after land. So we're going to play this, discard 2 lands. Demonic Tutor next turn just doesn't do that much. I guess we could get Dak and steal their 1 ring. That's kind of interesting. Our life total is low, though. We would need them to brick pretty hard, but I think that is probably our best bet. Yeah, you can go. Show and tell. This could actually be great. Oh, Ulamog, bummer. Okay. Well, that's bad then. We could have beaten them if they had Blightsteel, because we could just steal it. But now we're gonna be in a rough spot. Like, we're not dead to this Ulamog, but it's not good. So I mean, if we're just getting Baleful Mastery for this, that does not seem like a winning line. Maybe we're not quite in concession territory, though. I do think that's our only chance. And then we'll hit for 2. So we go to 13, then the ring puts them to 11. And then maybe if we can find like a Glorybringer and they just like brick really hard, we can cheese a win somehow. But the One Ring has now drawn them 6 cards, so it's pretty tough to overcome that card disadvantage or card advantage. Grist, okay, don't care too much about that. Although, well, I mean, kind of do. I don't really know what our path to victory is here. Like, we need to top deck Inferno Titan or Glorybringer, probably. Maybe, like, I guess Carnosaur into a Glorybringer would be pretty nice. If we're just playing Golos, that does not seem like it's going to be enough. They do swing in. Okay, I'm just going to keep coming at their face. Chump, okay. Golos. Which we can spin already. Although they're likely to kill it or counter it or do something. I think I'm just going to get basic island here. Play this and pass. So go to 8. It's actually not over somehow. But they have like a lot of mana and they can draw 4 cards, have 10 cards in hand. Then it'll be pretty tough. Their show, like, I actually think this should be a pretty good matchup in overall. Like, their show and tell Tinker Plan is not that good when we have like at least three different answers to it, but 4 counting Demonic Tutor. But so I think we have a good chance of winning game 3 if we can get through game 2. But it's gonna be really tough to get through this one. Okay, they take out our Golos, that's fine. They have 9 cards, and we have no cards. Technically, they're dead on board. I mean, they take 4 damage off the One Ring, and we can animate our Restless Fence to hit them for 4, but I have to imagine they have many things to do here with 9 cards in hand. Including Tinker. If they have Tinker and they sack the One Ring, that basically takes out our 1 win condition. Okay, Basalt Monolith doesn't do it. They may be planning on hard casting Blightsteel next turn. This would be a crazy game to win. Opponent's deep in the tank over there. Come on, just pass, dude. Just pass. You can hardcast Blightsteel next turn. That'll probably win. Don't worry about it. Just let me untap and attack you for 4. It's not even that much damage. Oh wait, this is game 3. I think we won game 2. Yeah. Oh man, I feel so behind, but somehow like I maybe have a chance. What's their big finish here? Everflowing Child. Okay, they're. Are we actually gonna be able to pull this off somehow? They're out of colored mana. We have they have Crow Mox. Are you okay? Are you okay? All right. Pitching Toxic Deluge. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna go for the kill, obviously. Don't have a removal spell, please. Please, let's go! Oh my god, I cannot believe we won that game. The One Ring won it for us. It drew them 10 cards, but it also dealt them 10 damage. There you go. Wild game. 1-0. See you in round 2. Alright, we are on the play for round 2 against LB 9060. Great hand, we'll keep. No play for turn 2, but turn 1 Beaumont with more follow-up in all our colors is a great place to be. This can get our blue source. This can get one of our... I mean, yeah, we have set up to have all our colors for Golos. It's possible this Golos thing is just not worth it. Like, so far, we have not been able to make it happen, but could get there. Blackleaf Cliffs, Beaumont Courier, hit for 1. Alright, yep, down to 19. LB 9060, you're going to be famous one day. Well, famous among a couple thousand people. Maybe that counts as famous. There's a question. How many people need to know you for you to be famous? You can be famous in like a niche community. That's pretty different. Okay, turn 1 Mox Diamond is scary. Into Exploration. Wow, they're really going off over there. Into Usher of the Fallen. Alright, we'll see if they just want to trade with this Beaumont Courier. Don't love drawing a land there. I think I'm actually going to fetch main phase because I don't want to lose my Watery Grave. That's our only blue source. Oh no! Misclick. Well, alright. No blue source for us. That's pretty rough, actually. We don't have that many blue cards in the deck, but it certainly could come back to bite us. Wedding Announcement. Well, that sort of shuts down our Beaumont Courier pretty effectively. Rabble Master can still put in some work, hopefully. Interesting draw. So we could just go City of Traders into Golos next turn, and then I think we'd immediately lose the City of Traders, but it might still be worth it, just getting the 3-5 down. Again, really, really sucks that I misclicked, because that means we're not going to be able to spin the Golos. We'll see if they attack with the Usher of the Fallen here. They don't. Okay, make another 1/1. Robber of the Rich, not looking great. Let's just go to combat. Do I want to send in everything? I actually think I... Well, I'm not going to send in the Beaumont, but I actually will send in the Rabblemaster here. Like, taking their things off the board before Wedding Announcement buffs their creatures is not bad. I actually don't know for sure if this will kill the City of Traders or not. Actually, it doesn't matter too much, but I'm curious. Let's just grab Water to Grave. Pass turn. Alright, what's their last card? Guardian Scale Lord. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this game. It's not over, but it's not looking great. They're still at a high life total. We don't really have anything going. Oh, that helps a lot. Let's go to combat and swing with Golos. Okay, they chump block there. That's fine. Sack the City of Traders. Here comes our Titan, which cannot kill their Guardian Scale Lord, but will just kill the Hierarch. Pass turn. And then Arid Mesa can get one of our Triomes, and then like we're kind of close to being able to get Golos going. We would have been able to do it now if we'd fetched the correct land. So it does actually maybe come back to bite us, although this Inferno Titan will close things out pretty quickly unless they find an answer immediately. Nissa is not an answer to the Inferno Titan, but it is a good card. It makes a 4/4. We'll see if they attack with the Guardian Scale Lord. Okay, they can return Usher of the Fallen here if they want to. We take 4. Interesting. I guess if we crack the fetch, it does actually speed up the clock by a whole turn. So we probably don't want to crack the fetch here. Actually, no, I do. Getting another red source is important for making Inferno Titan bigger. That's another good one. So we'll go land. Swing at Nissa. I guess they can just keep on bringing this back every turn. That kind of sucks. But I think I'm still going to do this. We'll go 2 here, 1 here. They don't chump block. That's crazy. Then we cast this Carnosaur. Could also just use it to kill the Scale Lord, but I think it's worth it to cast the 7/6 into Rampaging Raptor. I guess we got kind of punished for not playing this first. Still, though, good position. They don't even have that much mana, so they can't do that much off the top. We have a lot of beef over here. 4/4, 7/6, 6/6, 3/5. They hit us for 4. We go down to 8. And then they can just bring back one of their dudes again, but we can kill it. And they just drew land, so they're almost out on board. land, robber, and then just go to combat and swing. So we'll go 2 here, 1 at your face. And then math is for blockers. They might be dead on board. I mean, if they block the Inferno Titan, they have to block the Inferno Titan, then they take 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, they're just dead. Weird game there. We had some really lucky top decks, I will say. So we're up a game against green-white. Their deck is pretty fast. I think we want Pyrokinesis here. I don't think we want Spellbomb. I like all the removal. Some of this just like small ground creatures don't really seem like what we want here. Honestly, Damnation looks okay. And then maybe we do play Spellbomb. I think it's either Spellbomb or Preacher. Probably Spellbomb. And I think I'm going to cut a mountain for a swamp if we're bringing in Damnation and cutting a couple red cards. On the play, we'll switch things up a little bit again. But on the draw, I think going a little bit bigger seems like the right move. Just being heavier on removal. Okay, I'll keep this. It's kind of slow, and we can't play Dak, but Damnation seems pretty good against their deck. So just like game plan of land, 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 Damnation on turn 4 is potentially good enough. At least like Damnation into a Glorybringer. If we can find a blue source, we have Dak Faden to steal their Mox Diamond. Ooh, double Mox. Turn 1 Wedding Announcement. Okay. That's a good draw. That enables us to play turn 2 Glorybringer. So you're not the only one with fast mana opponent. Sarah Paragon. Wow, that's great for us. Glorybringer is just the perfect counter to that card. Definitely not over, but this is a very good exchange for us. They have 4 mana, 2 cards. Yeah, the opponent says oof. Oof is right in this case. 3 of that last 4 messages were ouch, good game, and oof. That bodes well for us. Lotus Cobra, okay. Do they have a 4-drop here? They don't. So, no. Goblin Rabblemaster. Okay, do we want to play Rabblemaster or Thoughtseize them? It takes an artifact or creature. I think it's actually worth it to play Rabblemaster. It is an interesting decision. It's kind of close, but Rabblemaster is really good. It lets us get a lot of pressure going. Turn 2 Glorybringer, turn 3 Rabblemaster. Definitely a solid game. Alright, what you got? This is the key here. Like, if they have a big play here, then it's not over. But if they don't have something massive, we're going to win. They have Questing Beast. That's not going to do it. Glorybringer can kill that. So kill this. They can trade Lotus Cobra for Rabblemaster, but they're taking 6, going down to 8, and they're dead in 2 turns after that. We could play Dreams of Steel and Oil just to exile a card from their graveyard. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, they just draw land. And then they draw another land. Alright, looks like we're probably going to be able to seal the deal here. So I'm going to say no to this again, because I think I do just want to attack with this. I'll just loot away the Dreams of Steel and Oil. Alright, now they're pretty dead next turn. I mean, Glorybringer's lethal. Even if they top deck a Board Sweeper, we have this Restless Vents to kill in 2 turns. Opponent had a good draw, honestly. Quick Sarah Paragon into Questing Beast, but we're able to pull it off. Alright, 2-0. Fighting for the trophy. Always a good place to be. I will see you in the finals. The final boss for the trophy run here is PJ Glarum 2, and he's a high roller there with a 6. Also Marshmallow for his avatar, so I'm feeling pretty terrified, but we'll see what we can do. Wow. This is the kind of hand that can overcome that. I'll keep. Turn 1 Rabble Master. Our best possible start. Hit for 1 on turn 1. Hit for 6 on turn 2. Okay. Time Walk, obviously a good card. Not as scary here, just like Explore basically. Into Sylvan Library. That's definitely not scary. Wilmot Courier. Okay, so let's go Demonic Tutor. Might just get Ancestral here, actually. It's Ancestral or... Yeah, honestly, let's do that. And I'm just going to fetch Basic Island. Ancestral. Beaumont. So they go to 12. And then next turn, we don't have Glorybringer. Still seems like a good spot, though. So we could have gotten Glorybringer instead, which would set us up for exactly lethal this turn. This is better against them having something, basically, whether it's removal or blockers or whatever else. They have to deal with this Rabble Master immediately. But then even after that, our hand is just stacked. We're well suited for a long game. Our colored mana situation is a little awkward. We can't play like Pyromancer plus Dreams of Steel and Oil, which is maybe an argument for having gotten Watery Grave. Still though, feels fine. Narset. Narset into Ancestral, wow. They've got some good cards, but we had such an explosive start that I think we're still in a good spot. Let's fire off this Dreams of Steel and Oil. Okay, they have Time Warp. So I'm debating if I want to kill the Narset or not. I think I do. I really don't want them to get the, to find a draw 7. Well, okay, if we send everything at them, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's just kill the Narset. This way, if they do some sort of like high tide time spiral shenanigans, we can maybe overcome it. So they play their Ancestral, untap, get Sylvan Library going, but they need a lot here. I mean, they can play Time Warp, but Time Warp is just an Explorer. I think they're playing like some sort of like storm deck, like blue-green storm seems likely based on what we've seen so far. They're really trying to play islands too. That is another high or storm indicator. They play mana crypt. Interesting. So, and charcoal, sure. So we could have threatened lethal if we had gone for killing that, putting them to 3 instead of doing the Narset. We'll see if they lose this mana crypt flip. Man, they have Time Walk, Time Warp, Ancestral Recall, Mana Crypt. Their deck, the power level of their cards is insanely high. I think we need to just be as aggressive as possible here, so I'm going to bring in Fire Blast, Karzev, and Hellrider. They do lose the coin flip, so they're down to 3. We haven't really done much since the Turn 1 Rabble Master, but Turn 1 Rabble Master is enough to get there. So, up a game in the finals, good place to be. Let's get more aggressive, so Virtue of Persistence is out. Baleful Mastery seems fine. Bitter Triumph seems fine. I think this honestly seems pretty bad. It doesn't hit planeswalkers, just creatures and artifacts. Spring Karzev, Hellrider, Fire Blast. Duretti seems okay, but not amazing. Probably cut. I do think Ways to Kill Narset is worth it. Any other changes? Carnosaur seems not that amazing, but not the worst either. It can deal damage to planeswalkers. The Preacher seems pretty bad. I do think Dak is probably worth it. Everything that deals damage is worth it. I'm debating if I want to play a 17th land. I think on the draw I'll be fine with this though, with the Oliphant. On the play we can bring in... Oh wait, actually, no, let's cut the Golos. And one of these weird lands. Yeah, Golos is just not what this is about. Then I'll bring in this and another mountain. I think this is worth it. Still playing one of our triomes just so we can have a fetchable land defined with our multiple fetch lands. Can we get Mana Crypt again? Doesn't seem like too much to ask. Just drawing our one of in our opener back-to-back games. Haha! I only just now noticed that I'm playing against the shirtless YouTube sensation. Greetings from Amsterdam. Alright, great hand. Not as explosive as our last one, but definitely keep. Turn 1 Beaumont. We'll see what we want a Demonic Tutor for here. I wish we had more good interaction to find with it, but still it's fun. Might get Mana Crypt. Although we don't have any good permanents to ramp into necessarily. I'm not thrilled about ramping into Oliphant. Alright, Time Walk. Don't love to see that. And a Narset. True Name Nemesis. Okay, that's a little scary. There's nothing here that I can get that's that good, which is not a great place to be. Weirdly, Preacher of the Schism looks decent. I think I'm just going to take Ancestral, though. Spellseeker, okay. This Beaumont Courier's not looking great. It can get Ancestral Recall. Yeah, we're getting kind of wrecked right now. Probably gonna have to settle this one in game 3. Okay, Inferno Titan is a plan. Oko. Well, actually, no. Oko's fine. We have an answer to that. They make a food. It's fine. Hopefully they just pass. They'll probably should be attacking with True Name. Although, I guess they're also not... They're very much not an aggressive deck. Do I want to use this Pyrite Spellbomb for anything? No, I think I'm actually just going to untap. Seeded Traders, good draw. Although, we're a little constrained on red mana. So maybe we were supposed to cycle this. Hard to say. Either way, let's just go for land, Baleful Mastery. Bummer. We, of course, could have gone up for it on their upkeep, but that loses to a lot more things like Cryptic Command, Mystic Confluence. But now we're just in a pretty bad shape. They can just start beating down. Swing for 7. We take it. Do they have Time Walk or Time Warp? Jace the Mind Sculptor. Man. They're very light on removal, but once they get ahead on board, they can just snowball very quickly. Okay, so let's go Beaumont Courier, swing at Jace. Then we go Bitter Triumph, discarding a card to kill Oko. We'll go Pyrite Spellbomb, kill Jace. Blackleaf Cliffs. Problem is now we're taking 7. Yeah, I think this Trina Nemesis is going to kill us. We take 7, go to 6, then play Inferno Titan, stabilize the board, but we're dead in 2 swings to the True Name. If they have nothing, I think we could maybe race, but it's pretty unlikely they have nothing. Alright, this does resolve. We'll kill their food token. Hit for 1, I guess. We need them to just have like mono lands though, which is not impossible. And then how fast can this Inferno Titan kill them? I mean, pretty fast, of course. The card deals a lot of damage. Bounce my Inferno Titan, play Brazen Borrower, we're dead. Alright, on to match 3. Game 3 for all the marbles. Wouldn't want it any other way. That's such a stacked graveyard, jeez. Do we want to make any changes? I don't think so. We did see a few more creatures, so maybe we want to bring this in. Could also bring in a land on the play. Maybe this card is just bad. This card also seems bad, though. Could play Duretti. Let's see. So this hits True Name, and it hits Spellseeker, and it hits Brazen Borrower. Just not that much. Duretti does not hit that much either, though. I wish this could deal with Planeswalkers. So the debate is Spellbomb, Golos, or a 17th land. I think I'm going to play Spellbomb, actually. Let's just smooth our draw a little bit. Huh. Not the best hand by any means. It has all the colors, Demonic Tutor. I think I will keep it. It's possible it's supposed to mulligan to something that's more explosive. But, like, keeping a functional hand with all our colors and a Demonic Tutor on the play seems okay. Maybe we're supposed to mulligan more aggressively in an Ancestral deck. But also, like, our fixing isn't really good enough to mulligan super aggressively. If we had perfect fixing, then like any 5 or 6 card hand with Ancestral would probably be as good as this. But our fixing is just not that good. I really don't want to mulligan, then have like a 1-lander, then mulligan again, then have like Ancestral but no blue lands. So we'll just try this. We'll have to decide what we want to give with the Demonic Tutor. Goblin Rabble Master seems very good against their deck. So that is a consideration. Opponent says this could be a bad decision. Maybe they kept a low land hand. Ooh, good draw. Honestly, I think I like taking Rabble Master here, especially having drawn this. That's like a must counter threat on turn 2. They have the Time Walk yet again. I think they've had turn 2 Time Walk all 3 games. Time Walk into Chart, of course, so they're digging for land. Discarding Dig Through Time. They do have the Forest. Into Fast Bond. Whoa. Okay, well, we're just going to get this Rabble Master down. Start pressuring them. Ah, Force of Will. Alright, well, they're down to 2 cards. They only have 3 mana. But if they just go like Land Jace, that's pretty scary. Spellseeker for Ancestral, that's medium scary. But we have our own Ancestral. We'll play our own Ancestral Recall. And then just go land Pyromancer, discarding Fire Blast and Blackleaf Cliffs, I think. Okay, that's a nice draw, so we're set up to play Inferno Titan or Glorybringer next turn. Okay, Time Warp. Not the scariest here. I would love for them to tap out of all that blue mana. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Okay, that's not too scary. Please don't have Counterspell. Last card is Narset. Okay, nice. So, yeah, this seems fine. They hit Echo of Eons. We need to take the Narset off the board, but we can do that. So, how do we want to do this? We play Glorybringer. We still can't kill both of their Planeswalkers, unfortunately. So it's probably best just to get the Inferno Titan down. Although it's worse against Brazen Borrower and Snap. Although maybe it's not even worse against those. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the Inferno Titan into play. Echo of Eons is terrifying, though. I mean, we have to kill the Narset. That much is clear. Yeah, I think we just go Inferno Titan. Kill Narset, attack Jace, and then see what happens. I mean, they can play Echo of Eons, and everyone gets a new hand. I guess they'll be low on... They won't have that many lands in hand, but they will have, like, Fast Bond, so they can just, like, go off and probably find either Time Walk or Time Warp. Okay, we draw a pretty good backup hand here. This is the key moment. Do they have a Time Walk? If they have a Time Walk, which is pretty likely, and then they can just flashback Echo Vions, they are very likely to be able to kill us. Yeah, they do have Time Walk. Man, their deck is crazy. Snap, bouncing for no Titan, yep. They're down to 3 cards, but they can just flashback Echo Vions. They discard Trina and Nemesis. 2 cards. Oh, jeez. And then they get to untap and take their extra turn. Man, we're pretty dead here. Their deck is awesome. All the, like, draw 7s, Narset, 2 Time Walks, Fast Bond. Some of the best Planeswalkers ever printed. They are down to 11, but still, I mean, Oko can just gain them a bunch of life. Don't really see a way we can win here. They have Narset into Echo. As I just said, their deck is awesome. I mean, Trumpet and Carnosaur is a good draw. It's actually possible we could still win if we get, like, very lucky. Trumpet and Carnosaur into... oh, they have Time Walk, okay. Well, so they have Time Walk. They replay Time Walk. They can take, like, at least 4 turns in a row, I guess. So, close game. If they didn't have the Oko, we could have maybe won with a Mana Crypt if they got pretty unlucky. So, we do fall in the finals. One game, up a game in the finals is so close to the trophy, but definitely a sweet one. And it's like, if I'm going to lose a match, losing to a Dutch fan, and it's pretty sick. Game 3 is a good way to do it. This deck was good. There's a few good and a few bad. The weakness, the mana base was just weird. Like, we didn't have any fetchable black-red lands that didn't enter untapped. We also had this, like, City of Traders thing, so the mana base was a little shaky. But beyond that, it was pretty good. I mean, we had a low curve, some good interaction, removal, discard, like, consistency, card draw, like, checking most of the boxes while also having a really fast clock. I mean, just power level-wise, we could have seen a few upgrades, like, you know, Trumpet and Carnosaur and like, Rampaging Raptor and Golos are fine, but if we replace those with, like, cheaper threats like Ragavan and, like, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, that would have definitely improved the power level of this deck. However, it was definitely good. We could just, like, our threats would close out the game really quickly, which is always a good place to be. We could pressure Planeswalkers well. Having a bit of counter magic would go a long way. Sort of like the nimble, like, sort of bounce spell, take extra turns deck that we played in the finals was really good. And a few spell pierces would have gone a long way. They did also have Time Walk on turn 2 every single game, so that will happen sometimes. But very sweet league for sure. Especially Game 3 of Match 1 was just wild, where they had all those resources with a ring going, but, like, we had exactly lethal with our man land. Plucky little underdog win to secure Match 1 win. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.